Okay, here we are again.
Wow. Like just like the old days, making more than one in a month.
Right. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You thirsty? Well, look at this. We got beer. Look at this. A new beer here from North Carolina. Slack Tide Pilsner.
It's a local beer.
Yes, right here from North Carolina.
Where in North Carolina is it from?
I can't say it properly, but Fuquay Varina.
Fuquay Varina.
Small little town.
This is a Bavarian lager.
Is a traditional Bavarian lager.
It tastes a little bit,
Well, doesn't it sort of Pilsner? Isn't it Pilsner?
it has kind of a fun flavor to it. Like,
It's supposed to, it says it's a Pilsner style.
Yeah.
Got a Pilsnery nose.
Cheers.
Cheers. It is interesting. I'm not sure what
Different
that is.
flavor,
A little different. Yeah. I'm not sure what that is. Perfectly fine.
Good.
Good.
So, here we are cooking
Good.
again.
Yes, we had so much fun cooking last time. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes, hope you had a great time.
Yeah.
We got the great beer on the beach.
That's right. That's right.
We've got some paella. Okay.
I've had his paella. It's pretty darn
It's
good.
good. I'm pretty
Legit.
good at it. This is actually reheated paella from the night.
Legit.
Okay. And we're also going to have some Italian sausage.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe talk a little news about the elections going on tonight.
Yes. Tell us about what's going on in Ohio and Virginia.
So sanity reigns in Ohio, where they have the people of Ohio have chose to enshrine a woman's right to choose in their constitution. They also determined that marijuana should be legal for an adult to do whatever they want to with it, which it's not my thing, but I think it should be legal, and I think it soon will be nationwide. Also, in Kentucky, Governor Beshear has won resoundingly to carry on what the moderation of the crazy MAGA stuff that the state wants to do. So it's an interesting twist because all of the other major offices were won by Republicans. So it's kind of like North Carolina a little bit, where we have Roy Cooper, pragmatic Democrat, in the governor's office, and then we have the state House and Senate controlled by the Republicans. Difference here is the Attorney General is a Democrat, and he's going to run to replace Roy because Roy can't run again. He's constrained by term limits. The last one, Virginia. The Democrats have got control of the state Senate there, so Governor Youngkin is not going to be able to instill his 15-month abortion plan.
Thank God.
I mean, here's the thing. You don't want the woman to be in the position where she has to get the abortion, but if she does, she and the doctor shouldn't be going to prison.
That's exactly right. And before I ask you about how this affects Trump, I first want to take a close look at this food, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right,
Let's take a look.
Let's check it out. All right, so here we are. We're warming up this nice paella. Take a look at it. And all I did, you can use chicken broth as the base, which I used when I cooked it. But I just use a little bit of water. Just
Got all the flavor in there already, right?
Yeah, plain flavor. So that's the water right there.
This was some phenomenal paella we had.
This is very good. I'm just going to put that back on there. Okay.
I like your technique there, sir.
Oh
Very
yes.
nice,
Oh
very
yes.
nice.
Oh yes.
Here, give us that smile again. All right.
All right, and here we are. A nice
Some
Italian
good looking
sausage.
Italian sausages there.
Yeah.
A nice sizzle.
That's going to be good. I got
It
these.
is.
These
Do
are
you have
fresh
something
ones.
going on in that pan there in the back, or is that just decoration?
This here?
Yeah.
No,
Just
those,
decorations.
that's for Ukraine.
Okay.
Yellow blue.
Yeah, yellow blue. There we
Right.
go. Very nice. Support Ukraine.
Yeah. So we just use a nice little lid here. Nothing fancy.
Sort of steam it in there a little bit.
Just to keep it warm.
Right. I got
Right?
you.
Just keep it,
Yeah.
Just keep it warm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Cool. Perfect.
So that's that.
Yep.
So John, thank you for showing us this nice food and being the cameraman for that one.
Yeah.
That
Thank
was
you
cool.
for preparing the nice food.
we're getting close. We got about 5 minutes.
Yes.
So I have a very interesting question for you.
Uh-huh.
How are these elections going to affect Trump's ability to become the president next year?
Okay. So, I mentioned the Bashir.
I'm nervous about this.
Now, me too. I am nervous too.
I am nervous.
I am nervous too. But the good example is the Bashir situation in Kentucky. 3 days ago, Donald Trump posted on his social media, Truth Social, that the Republican challenger in Kentucky was making great strides thanks to his strong endorsements, and yet he failed miserably.
And Kentucky is
very Republican.
Historically a very conservative state.
Very Republican. Every other major office went to the Republicans. So in other words, Trump loses again. So other than when Trump won the first election, which he barely did, and he thought he was going to lose to Hillary, he's lost pretty much everything else.
So where do you think this makes us stand?
I think that the polling is off. Like, the polling was off when Trump did win, but I think, I get polling questions all the time, but, I don't answer stuff because somebody wants a donation or something, right? So I don't think polling is all that accurate these days. Now, Biden is old. I think he's still pretty sharp, but Trump is, what, a year and a half younger?
He has the energy, but it's like Bill Maher said the other night on Real Time.
Love Bill Maher.
Right.
Great show that was.
He's a smart guy. Okay?
Yep.
I don't agree with everything he says.
No, I would not.
But he did say,
anybody all the time.
Right. He said he's the thinker in the Oval Office. The people around him are the ones that are doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I would say that's right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's his vision. It's his.
Right.
This is what we're going to do.
Right.
That's always really how it is. That's why you have staff.
That's why you have staff.
How often do you have to show up to your restaurant today for the function?
Just one time to handle payroll. That's it.
Yeah, because you got such a good system. You got good staff. There you go.
Right.
So, it encourages me the results tonight.
Yes.
It shows that the polling is off.
And that Trump does not dominate 200%.
No. There was one famous conservative person that tweeted out, I can't remember what he goes, I don't know what he goes by. But anyways, and he was like, yes, it's terrible tonight because Trump isn't up, so there's no turnout because Trump's not running. That's the rationale. And then other people, Marjorie Taylor Greene and them, they're like, oh, we're not MAGA enough. I'm like, no, actually, y'all are so MAGA, you have Democrats turning out big numbers because they're actually literally afraid you will take democracy away from them.
How can you be proud to be a nut job?
I think someone that has mental illness doesn't know that they have it.
That's a good point. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense.
It just does not make sense what's going on.
Yeah, I do. I think a lot. I mean, Jim Jordan.
Hey, you know what? Before you go any further, let's take another close look at this food.
Let's do it. Let's take a look. All right.
Here we are with this wonderful paella. It's looking good.
Looking good.
A little bit of cracked pepper in here.
Yeah, nice little tray you got over here with your accoutrements there.
Keep real.
Yep.
And now we're going to take a close look at this nice Italian sausage.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
It is making some nice crackling noises.
Right. Take a look at this.
We're getting more like Iron Chef all the time. Look at these nice close-ups. Ooh, look at that fancy little X's.
That's an honest.
That's high tech right there.
Isn't that high tech?
That is nice.
And what you can even do is poke a few holes in here. That's some of that pressure.
There you go. I do like the skin though when it has that that pop to it. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Right?
Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
We're getting close.
All right, good job, sir.
Sure.
Ready?
All right, John. So that was good.
That was good. That's good.
Now, on to some other news.
All right.
before you got here, I was taking a nap.
Okay.
Taking a
Before
nap.
you were cooking.
Before I was cooking, I just dozed off.
Dude, you texted me late last night to do this to
Yeah.
confirm we could do this.
Yeah, yeah. So I just kind of dozed off, right?
Were you out of town or something, or
No, I just have a wacky sleep schedule.
okay?
I just wake up like at 2 or 3.
Yeah, you did. I saw it in the morning.
Yeah,
I was like,
but
whoa, okay, cool.
And then I go back to sleep. So about 6 o'clock I faded, right?
Okay. All right.
Almost at 7 o'clock my phone rang.
Okay.
And when it woke me up, I was dazed. I mean, I was
you were in deep
sleep,
fog,
right?
Wow, right.
So
right.
I answered the phone. It was a nice lady.
Uh-huh.
She says who she is, right? And she
what was it? Someone asking for money or something?
I'm thinking it's the taco truck thing, right?
Okay, okay.
So she says, oh, Alaska Raven, or Raven, Alaska. I'm like, oh, this must be like a charter school or some business in town, right?
Uh-huh.
So I start listening to what she had to say, right?
Uh-huh.
But I don't hear taco truck.
Right. Okay, which is the normal thing. It's your taco truck.
Right. And remember, I'm fuzzy, right?
Right. Just woke up.
I am fuzzy. This is loud.
It is. So there's the little holes there. I got steam coming out.
So I'm fuzzy.
Uh-huh.
So she's talking, and I'm trying to find taco truck event in here, right? I'm trying to say, well, what's the date? What's the address? How many people, right?
All right.
And I finally figure it out. It's my initial interview for a job.
For your pilot stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Yes.
I'm sure she was highly impressed.
I didn't tell her. I was like, oh, you just caught me off guard. Just give me a minute to get my composure, right? real nice lady named Heather, real nice lady. And so it's this company called Alaska Raven, or Raven Alaska.
Yeah, right. So it's an airline in Alaska.
Yeah, and so it's just like a commuter airline.
Regional thing.
It's a regional thing, right?
I'm sure it'd be nice, but that's some weird weather and some weird hours with the sunlight up there.
Yes. So the reason I applied is because they fly Dash 8.
Okay.
Which is a cool
turboprop.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a cool ass airplane.
It's a cool plane.
I think it's a French airplane.
French.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a cool airplane.
Yep.
That's smoking.
It is.
It's a cool airplane. So
if we put the vents on, it would drown us out. So we can't do the vents.
Like that. So then.
I'm gonna switch over, or just say, yeah, they can see what you're doing.
So anyway, so then she asked me, started asking me questions, right, about my flight time and everything else. These are easy questions. I answered them, right?
Yeah,
and then I'm trying to wake up, and so she says, so what is it about Raven, Alaska Raven you like?
Uh-huh.
And I said, I don't know. Give me a moment, right? So I get on my computer.
Sounds like you're being honest, right?
Yeah.
There's some integrity there.
I said, give me a second, right? So I go on and I said, you know what? I like your website. What can I say, right?
I like that.
I like your website.
It's honest.
I said, this website says you.
Everybody needs pilots right now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have the perfect interview.
Right. And then she says, so what would you find the most challenging living here in Alaska?
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking to myself, polar bears? So I don't.
I'm thinking that the hours in the winter.
I said
short days.
Circadian rhythm.
Perfect.
I said it. Circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm, yes.
And she says, okay, I understand. And she asked me like one or two other questions, you know, and I said, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm 53 years old. I'm not looking to move around. If I can get one good job, you guys treat me well, I'll stay.
Right.
I've had one business for 23 years, lived in the same house for 20 years. I don't like change. No.
Right.
So it just, you know,
that's a good turn on the interview.
Right, exactly. That's it. So I mean,
so I couldn't give you a great answer on what I like about your company,
I
but I will tell you, I could be loyal to you if you treat me right.
Right.
There you go.
You caught me asleep.
Yeah, right. I'm taking a nap. I'm trying to get ready for that Alaskan winter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's like the polar bears. I gotta take a long nap.
But the Dash 8s are cool airplanes.
They are very cool planes.
They're cool airplanes, man.
That's a good plane.
So I can connect with a Dash 8.
Hibernate.
Yes, but I can connect with a Dash 8 because it's a turboprop. They're loud. They make noise.
I have an interesting thought.
Flying
when you're
in
done
the
with this,
mountains.
we're going to transition to another airline thing here. Because I read something this last week.
Okay. So flying there, you're actually doing some flying.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing flying. When you fly a jet here, like from Greensboro, Scottsdale, you go up to 50,000 feet.
On autopilot.
And you fall asleep.
Yeah.
There's not.
Well, I have two pilots,
right?
So one's awake.
Right.
I gotta land.
Exactly. Hey, Fred, wake up, man.
Okay,
we're
we gotta land.
Gear down, bro.
Right.
So, but in Alaska, you're actually flying.
Right.
Like when I fly my airplane, I'm actually flying.
Correct.
You know, I'm actually doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It's work.
Right.
You're thinking things through.
I mean, yes, it could be monotonous and boring in some level if you're in too sophisticated of a plane, I guess. Right?
I mean, a Gulfstream.
It's good pay though.
I'd love to fly a Gulfstream.
Right.
But you know, right now I'm not gonna get a Gulfstream because I don't have the experience.
For sure.
So if I've got to do something for a year,
well, that could cause a loyalty issue with them.
Right. Yeah.
Get your experience. You get a Gulfstream gig.
Wow.
Thanks, Alaska. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Bye, Inuit people.
We love you.
Yeah. However you say that right in Inuit.
Yeah.
So John, let's plate this food up, get ready, and then when we sit down to eat, I want you to tell me about that airline story.
I'm going to talk a little bit about why you're getting this ready because it's not a long story.
Oh, okay.
So there's an airline that started flying into Greensboro, and they were flying to Nashville and to Orlando and such. I think it's called Silver Airways.
Silver Airways, correct.
They announced that they're canceling all flights and they're refunding everybody their money.
Are you serious?
Apparently, there's a staffing issue. Hence, you might want to apply for. It may not be pilots; it may be other staffing issues.
Really?
But apparently, they just don't have enough staff for this new, the new routes or something.
Is that right?
I mean, apparently the load factor was fine, so that's got to be. This is Triad Business News guesstimating, right? Because they wouldn't do an interview. Thank you. That looks fantastic. There we go. Sitting it up there where the camera can see that. That looks fabulous. So they're just making conjecture because the load factor seemed to be fine. So why do you cancel your new flights unless there's some staffing issue? That was their guess.
Interesting. That's everything, right?
That's everything.
That's okay, good. So, oh yes, that's perfect. So, good appetit.
Guten Appetit.
Okay. Prost zum Wohl. So then, tell me about this. So then, Silver Wings are they still flying?
Silver Airways, they are flying still. It's not like they're closing down the airline. It is more of a thing where they just announced they're going to stop flying the routes through Greensboro. Like they were flying to Nashville, they were flying to Orlando. I think they were doing a Fort Lauderdale or going to or something, and they just announced they were stop doing it or give refunds. I mean, I was actually thinking about trying to visit my mom before the holidays because it was going to be reasonable enough for a few days, but yeah. It's not possible. So, again, the article suggested that the load factor was fine.
When you say load factor, what does that mean?
That means that there were enough passengers to cover their costs.
Oh, okay.
You know, there were some enough tickets.
I see.
So apparently that was fine. So as far as that goes, so that the point I'm making is it might be an opportunity. You might want to apply there, see if there's any available positions for pilots.
That's right.
Right. I don't know if it's a pilot issue. I mean, that's what I've heard was the biggest problem in the airline industry today is pilots.
It is.
It's pretty easy to get an untrained person and train them to be a flight attendant or a baggage handler or whatever. ground crew. I mean, yeah, ground crew on the taxiway, that's a little different, but so I was thinking that might be a place, and you could basically stay in your home if you wanted to, right? You could basically, if you were flying for silver,
yes,
you could basically still stay in your nice home that you have here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was sort of my thing, and that would be we'll see how the Alaska thing turns out. You know, I had some friends asking what about the Denver thing? Is that still a possibility? Have you heard from them?
They said thanks, but no thanks.
Okay. Definitely their loss. You would have been on point,
he
ready
asked
to go.
Me, he said, what does this symbol mean on this chart? He said it means within 25 nautical miles, you're clear of obstructions.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, what else does it mean? I said, it means you don't hit stuff. He said, thank you very much, Greg. Have a great day.
Really?
You know.
Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a trick question or something.
Uh-oh.
He recognized what the symbol was technically, but he wanted some interpretive.
He was looking for something specific, and I didn't say it.
Interesting.
I said what I thought was right, but I think he was looking for something different. I don't know. I think what he was looking for was it gives you 1,000-foot clearance of obstruction.
He was looking for something slightly more technical.
1,000-foot clearance of obstruction.
Right. I guess if you're flying to the Mile High City and around mountains or something, that's probably something they think about more. I don't know.
We think about it here.
Right.
We have obstructions.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, especially if you're heading west.
Right.
You have the highest peak east of Mississippi.
Think about it. We have radio antennas here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ones by Randleman, the two tall ones.
There's a number of really tall antennas around here.
So, I mean, we have them here, too.
Yep.
So it's nothing big. So, you want to say something on the way out?
I want to say I'm happy that sanity is shown to prevail in these elections. Most of our viewers know that Greg and I, politically speaking, try to be real centrist and practical. Some things we lean more left, more right. We try to not be too party-centric. But when it comes to democracy and MAGA Trumpers, I'm all in on never again.
Never again. He's a threat to democracy.
Threat to the country and the world.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Mitt Romney would be a great president.
Especially as he has evolved. We had a choice to vote for him in the past, and I did not. I voted for Obama.
He was hot.
I love Obama. I wish Obama could run again. Is he perfect? No, but I think he was damn good. And he's smart as a tack. You know, here's a crazy thing. Everybody talks about how, you know, Elon Musk is, you know, an X and all this is so right wing and this and all this. He still loves Obama. He and Obama had a great working relationship. He voted for Biden. He just doesn't like a lot of the... So when he bought Twitter, one of the things he saw was how much manipulation of information goes out to the world that was supposed to be unbiased was biased. And I think that's affected him as well as what I told you about his oldest son becoming a girl.
Right.
So, but yeah, there we go.
Well, John, it was a good one, man.
Thank you, sir. These cooking ones are fun.
Yes, they are.
They had a little excitement and
an edge
to the whole thing.
Just
cook. So we got Food Network and cooking. We're about cooking. We're about Food Network. We're not quite ready for Food Network. However, I like my camera work here tonight. But food,
wherever you are,
we're cooking channel. We're coming for you.
We're coming for you, man.
Cooking channel. We're coming for you.
Bye.
Hasta luego.